Welcome back to the deep dive. Last time we were journeying through Purgatory's fifth canto.
That's right, with those souls who repented right at the very end. Amazing stories.
Absolutely. It really showed that, intersection of divine mercy and just human vulnerability.
It did. And now, as we step into the sixth canto,
Mm,
the focus kind of zooms out a bit, wouldn't you say?
definitely.
And our plan today is to really dig into Canto 6.
Yeah, find those universal lessons, things that resonate with our own lives, our own communities.
What enduring insights can we pull out? That's the mission.
Okay, so where do we start in Canto 6?
Well, it begins with a very human encounter. Dante and Virgil meet Sordello de Goito.
Ah, the poet. Also from Mantua, like Virgil.
Exactly. And the moment they realize they share this hometown, it's incredibly emotional. A powerful embrace.
Just based on where they're from, that shared identity creating such an instant, deep connection.
It's a strong image of unity, isn't it?
Yeah.
That sense of belonging.
It really is.
Yeah.
Which makes what comes next feel even, well, harsher.
Right. Because right after this moment of connection, Dante launches into this incredibly passionate critique of Italy.
The famous invective. He calls Italy a ship without a helmsman in a great storm.
Yeah, rudderless.
Yeah.
And he doesn't hold back on Florence either, condemning all the political infighting.
That image, the rudderless ship, it sort of echoes something from earlier, doesn't it? Back in the Inferno.
How do you mean?
Well, those indifferent souls, the ones in Canto 3 who never chose a side. Is there maybe a link between that kind of, personal apathy and this broader civic chaos Dante sees?
That's a really sharp connection. It certainly seems Dante is suggesting that, yes.
That a lack of individual engagement, that sort of civic indifference, leaves the whole community adrift, vulnerable.
So personal responsibility or the lack of it has wider consequences.
Absolutely. And that leads him straight into his critique of the leadership or the lack thereof.
Right. He sees poor leadership as a root cause of all this chaos. We just met victims of political violence in Canto 5. Exactly. And here, Dante seems to be saying, look, this is partly why those tragedies happen. Failed leadership. Ineffective governance.
It underscores how vital, well, good and responsible leaders are for everyone.
The whole community's well-being depends on it.
And you've got this stark contrast playing out. On one hand, Sordello and Virgil instantly unified by Mantua.
Yeah, that powerful bond.
And on the other, Italy itself just torn apart by factions and fighting.
It's a clear lesson, isn't it? Unity brings strength, division brings ruin. Cohesion is vital.
So Dante isn't just observing this turmoil, is he? It feels like he's urging people, implicitly maybe, to get involved.
To not just stand by.
Yeah, to engage in public life, speak out against injustice. It suggests our own personal morality isn't separate from the social order.
That's a key insight. Your inner state, your ethical choices, they ripple outwards. They can contribute to fixing things, not just observing them.
And the Sordello-Virgil bond, it offers a different model, right? Not nationalism, but maybe authentic patriotism.
That's a good way to put it. It's a love of place, of shared roots, presumably aimed at the common good. Not about being against someone else, but about building something positive together.
It avoids that narrow, divisive factionalism he condemns elsewhere.
Exactly. And notice the structure, too. You start with this very personal encounter, two individuals connecting.
Sordello and Virgil.
And then it spans right out to this sweeping commentary on the entire Italian peninsula.
So it mirrors that move from the individual journey to the broader societal picture.
It does. It's a reflection on both personal and collective well-being.
Okay, so let's try and distill the key takeaways here. What are the main lessons from this canto?
Well, first, the absolute necessity of good governance. Without it, society falters.
Right, and the dangers of division, how crucial unity is.
Definitely. Then there's the call for individual responsibility in public life. Don't just be passive.
And distinguishing that positive, constructive patriotism from the kind that just divides people.
And maybe overarching all that is the idea that our personal ethics and the health of our society are deeply intertwined.
Wow. So this deep dive, our 40th one, actually.
40 already. Impressive.
Yeah. This look at Purgatory VI really does pack in some timeless wisdom, doesn't it? About navigating life both individually and together.
It really emphasizes being active, responsible members of whatever community we're part of.
So a final thought maybe for you listening. Consider the rudder guiding your own ship.
Yeah, are your actions contributing to the storm around you, or are they helping to find some calm, something to reflect on?
Indeed. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.